Hi there, I'm Paul Maschka. From San Diego, California, United States. I am a farmer. I do organic farming, and I teach organic farming to adults. So people that they kind of get a calling to learn where healthy food comes from. Often they want to change careers, or they just actually want to kind of reconnect with really nutritious food. So that's what. So I farm half time and I teach half time. And one of my passions is beans. And this is our big bean display here at Terra Madre 2022. Some are kind of a mystery, like this one here. It's a Lima bean from Lima, and it is a tropical Lima. It's from the tropics. It's a perennial plant. It grows forever, grows up into the trees, and if you're in a really good environment, it'll just grow forever and keep on producing year-round. But you could grow this in a cold climate too, and it'll go dormant in the winter. And what's interesting is right now they look kind of white and black, but when you cook it, it turns pink and purple. So this color, it changes, and the water turns like a pink purple, and they're really, they're kind of firm, and they taste a little meaty, like a nut. You add a little bit of salt, and they're just absolutely delicious. Kind of similar to fava beans when they're being cooked fresh. This one here is from China, and you wouldn't think China would have beautiful beans, but this is pretty much my most favorite bean that I've been growing. Again, a friend of mine gave me a few, like 3 seeds, and I've grown hundreds. I haven't eaten them yet, but this is just, I just grow them out, share them, but it is just a stunning, beautiful, it's a tiny lima bean from China. Yeah, beautiful. That's probably my favorite as a pretty bean.
So how did you start to get interested in legumes and start to grow them?
Well, I guess they're one of those really easy starter plants to grow. You know, actually, most of us, when we were a little kid, when we were in like kindergarten, even before school, one of the first things that we got to do was sprout a seed in class. You know, when you're a little kid, and that kind of stuck with me. It's such a magical thing. You take a bean, wrap it in a paper towel, and 2 days later you open it, and there's a big root, and it's starting to want to grow. You put it in some soil, and then the other crazy magical thing is these beans, when they emerge out of the soil, they have the 2 seed halves, which are called cotyledons, and that was this protein, carbohydrate, oil package, and it's the food for the baby plant. Beans are this whole family. These things can sit around for hundreds and even thousands of years and still stay alive and viable. And I don't know if it's on the table, but there's one bean called the Anasazi bean, or the cave bean. It was from the southwestern part of the United States, and it was found in a cave in a little tiny basket, and they carbon dated it for 1,500 years, 1,500 years old, and it was extinct. It didn't exist anymore on the planet, and they were able to grow the bean from that little package of beans, and now they're back on the planet. And you can find them in many places. So it's just one of the seeds themselves really have a lot of like mystery and magic, and just it's always this sense of wonder that with what any age, when you kind of think about seeds, and beans are a really good example for that.